Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to all of the new subscribers. My channel is very eclectic, so you'll see a little bit of everything on here. It's just a personal channel, but I'm happy that you're here. I thought I would start a series where I show you excuse me, a little bit about my painting process, and that is also very eclectic depending on my mood. Now this painting that I am working on is going to be a beach at sunset, and I'm just gonna go along and explain to you what's going on as you watch me paint. So the first thing that I do is I wet just a little bit. I wet the board, just the can't think of the name, the canvas. I wet that first, and then I choose my colors ahead of time, and then I lay those colors out according to how I foresee the painting to look. This is a lot harder to describe than I thought it was going to be. You may be thinking to yourself, there's an awful lot of paint going on that canvas. There is, but there's a method to my madness. That corkboard that you see laying underneath my canvas, I am currently using that as as going to be an abstract painting back there. So sometimes I'll use more paint than I need on a canvas because I want it to run over onto the corkboard. So it's kind of like I'm doing two paintings at once here. So I've got my colors laid out for my beach. I've got the blue at the top for the sky, and moving down into the sunset colors, and into the watercolors, and then finally the beach colors. Excuse me. And so all I'm doing is I'm taking just a regular paintbrush, and I wet it just a little bit and dry it off some, and then I just, well, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just spreading the paint out across the board, and you can even kind of see the backdrop taking shape already. You can see all the extra paint running off. That's done on purpose because I wanted it for the painting, the abstract that I'm working on the cork board. I've never done painting on cork before. I don't know if anyone has or not, but I wanted to try it. So I have all that runoff that when you're not looking at the video that I brush on the corkboard, and I set that aside to dry. So each time I do a painting, if I want to use the colors in it, then I'll just use extra paint, and then let the runoff be part of my abstract painting. So here I'm just adding a little bit more of the tan beige color, and I do apologize for my dog barking in the background. I was hoping that this would just be a nice calm video without any distracting sounds in the background. So this really took a lot of drying time because there's a lot of paint. So I let it dry, and then I came back and I wanted to build on to the beach area. So as you can see, I'm just adding the beige paint to the beach, and there's no, my niece actually says, she's an amazing artist, and she gave me some really good advice once, and she's like, Nana, this is what they call me, Nana, she's like, Nana, there are no straight lines in nature. Nature can be very abstract in itself, so I don't worry a whole lot about making sure lines are very straight. Here I'm just adding some, I mixed some darker brown with some white, and I'm just adding a little, just to kind of define there where the shoreline's going to be. I apologize, I do suffer from sinus issues. And you're gonna find as you watch this painting take shape, I do in the course of while I'm painting my mind's eye will see something different, and I'll change the direction that the painting is going in, and how I want to do something. And you'll see that in this painting a little bit later. So here I'm just defining the water a bit more with some sky blue and some white, just not totally mixed in together. And you can see I've already gone over that shoreline. Excuse me. So you can see the blue and the white it's not completely mixed. And there, yeah, I'm just making a little wavy shoreline there. I get impatient when it comes to the drying time. So sometimes colors mix that I don't want to mix. I'm getting better at that, but in this painting I did start adding a layer of paint too soon in some cases, and would have to wait for it to dry and go back. But here I'm just adding a little more white to the water. And it doesn't really matter where you add it. Now, as you get closer to the shore, you know there's more sea foam and white, so there'll be more white up near the edge. And for some reason, that part where I did the waves and defined the shoreline more, it didn't record. I thought I was recording. I apologize for that. It wasn't, but it wasn't too difficult to do. Here, I'm just taking a fan brush, and I'm taking some blue and some white that aren't totally mixed, and the darker blue actually, and just defining the depth, the deeper part of the water, and then the darker blue here, where it goes out even deeper. And what I've done there, with the yellow and the sun there, I ended up changing my mind about how I want to portray the sunset. So I'm actually going to end up brushing that away with just the paintbrush and a little bit of water. I'm just going to actually blend that in, and then I have to wait for that to completely dry before I bring it out the way that I want to see. This is what I've done here with it, and there is more to come.